My name is Olayinka Abioye. I'm representing the three industry unions in the aviation sector.
Okay, tell us how successful is the strike, your union participation in the strike today?
The participation of aviation unions has been very, very tremendous because we have recorded 99% success here. So much so that all domestic flights have been shut down. All international flights have been suspended until the wee hours of early mornings, and that can be described as a very successful operation.
So you mean there's no local international flights?
No local flights since day one. The international flights that we have had takes effect after about 5-6 p.m.
Okay. So what the government is saying that the government is not keen to revert back to the 65 naira per liter price. So what is Labour's stance on this? Are you prepared to meet the government halfway or what?
There are no half measures in this situation. We have declared that no retreat, no surrender, and until the government reverses itself and go back to 65 naira per liter, this crusade, this exercise will continue. There's no going back.
But the chairman of the Nigerian Labour, Comrade Guma, did say that
the president
did say that that they are going to be shifting grants. What does that mean?
We will shift grant to the extent that we will go back to 65 naira. Anything outside 65 naira, there's no negotiation. And shifting grant also means that because before today, the labor movement has already given some conditionalities to the federal government to the effect that all the refineries in Nigeria should be put to full capacity functionality. Our railway system should be expanded and made it functional because it is the commonest and the cheapest means of transportation all over the world. Why government is hell-bent in, wrecking havoc on every Nigerian family is a surprise to everybody. So those are the conditionalities, those are the kind of shifting grant. If the government decides today, because we have been told that government intends to bring in some buses and so on and so forth as palliatives, we would have believed that government should do those things first. It's like you're putting the cat before the horse. It doesn't make sense.
So, comrade, let me ask this. Supposing at the end of negotiations with the federal government today, there is a need to call off the strike. What concession would you have said you had to wrought from the government, considering that this palliative you are talking about now are long-term projects? That
is what we've been saying. If government has good intentions, all these long-term palliatives ought to have been discussed extensively with the labor movement and the other stakeholders, because what we are made to understand is that government is going to continue dialoguing and discussing with people. So we were taken by surprise when on the 1st of January, government clamped down on the Nigerian people with this hike in petroleum price. So we expect that at the end of the day, whatever negotiation or discussions that is ongoing, at the end of the day, a National Executive Council meeting of both umbrella unions will be called, and all these issues are going to be adequately tackled.
So in other words, are you still expecting that there will be a resolution to this problem?
If we have a responsive and responsible government, we wouldn't have gone to day 5 of this exercise. But we are hoping, we are very positive and open-minded in this matter. If government reverses itself, for the good of Nigerian people, we will clap for the man that he has done well.
Well, what's your last question, sir? What's your what's the long-term solution you think to this recurring problem?
You see, it is because we have a government that is indolent and myopic. It is not only oil that can sustain Nigeria. Why is it that every time Nigerian government needs money, it is oil that they go to? I come from the southwest. We have bitumen in Ondo State, which is second after Venezuela. Why can't government tap into that? We have several mineral resources in Nigeria. Why is our government shying away from tapping into all those things? We have coal in Enugu, is said to be second best in the world. You understand? Why is our government shying away from all this? Why is it only oil? The oil that we cannot even manage properly. They take our crude oil out, they bring in petrol. What happens to other ingredients of the crude that has been taken? Nobody's giving account of all those things. The NNPC cannot give accurate account. The federal government cannot tell you specifically today that this is the number of barrels they are producing. And government said there are cabals. Where are these cabals? Who are they? What has government done about them? You know, it rankles the mind when you hear the position of government. It's very, very idiotic.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Yes, sir. Thank you. Make we read in a paper. French.